Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Let's get into some analysis real quick. So like straight off the rip, I can see here that we have huge move down at 8:30. Now I'm hoping that this is manipulation and we get a bullish move up, or we'll head onto the higher time frame. See, so let me just delete some of these drawings from yesterday. Okay, wait, so this range is still valid, actually. A daily gap here. We swept some sell side. We have SMT. And yes, there is SMT actually. There's SMT at this low as well at the minute. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I mean, automatically, I want here. Yeah. I'm pretty much at the daily gap. How to be closing the daily gap? We just sort of wicked it a little bit, I guess, and then closed above. So yeah, I think this area is definitely valid for a target for now. This daily looks like it could invert, but obviously we didn't tap into this, so this EQ range lines up pretty perfectly here with the new week opening gap. And we also have a H4 FVG here that we're reacting off. Just the mic a little bit there. And obviously this is buy side too. Looks like there's equal highs. Pretty much relative equal highs here. Okay. I'll go back on the 4 hour because I wasn't really done there. So we do have this big liquidity void here on the H4. So there is some sell side here at EQ. Yeah, we have a small H1 gap here. And previous day low. Previous day's low actually never actually tapped into this gap. Okay. And obviously we're reacting off of I know we haven't tapped into the H1 gap yet. $15-minute. So these are pretty much equal highs here. I'm thinking that 9:30 could possibly sell off in 10 minutes here. Maybe we get a short-term retracement. Obviously, there is SMT at the lows, the SMT at the highs. No, not really. All right. Five-minute FVG right here. And M5 right here. No news today. Again. This would be an A plus M5 long here. So if we get it, I might try like a small position. I don't really like taking setups like this, like off rep, you know? This is all balanced here on the M15. Yeah, so my target here, like sell side target, would be the sell side here plus EQ. And obviously then my buy side target, if we end up going bullish, I've got quite a lot. They're all quite far away though, so. Bear with me a sec, the toilet. So we might get an M5 IFG here. I'm not going to take it because it would be pre-market, but we'll note it, read it. Looks like we did get that. Oh, I know it closed inside. Okay. We'll just wait here on the 5 minute until market open. We've got 1 minute here until market open. 18 seconds actually. So we'll see what 9:30 does here. Okay, so this could be manipulation here. I drew this range wrong, didn't I? I did. This is the valid range. And we tap DQ, so my bad, I guess. Not really much to go off here. I mean, this is incredibly small, and it's on the 30-second. So it's not really something I'd take. Obviously, we're still rejecting off this 5-minute one here. There's also a large 3-minute. This is why you always wait for higher time frame closures, because the 3-minute closed, but then tanked, you know? I think we do continue down here. As we come down a little bit and then we get a setup, maybe like down here for a continuation. I would like to see price draw up to these equal highs though. There's nothing here really for price to be reacting off. There's some M15 FEGs, but there's nothing really standing in the way between price here and then price here. And obviously this huge H4 liquidity void as well. As you can see from here all the way down, right here is a liquidity void. So we fill up at least half of this, which I'm pretty sure is going to be sat around the, yeah, it's around EQ anyway. So. Yeah, it's a shame that there's no short setup here. This is too small. And obviously, it would have been a loss anyway because you were trying to take a trade pre-market. And there's absolutely nothing here that you could have shorted off. Might be like yesterday. £210 this low here. EQ rather. Hello, concurrent viewer. I didn't see a message. I'm sorry. Oh, damn, you're still here. How's it going, man? It's good to see a viewer in here finally. Thought you left. I appreciate the compliment there. Yeah, I put a lot of effort into the setup, trying to make it look professional. I've got to compete with the big boys, you know. Like the Eminem reference to. That's an awfully hard coffee pot. Yeah, man. So, I mean, if you're wondering, I'm waiting for this sell side here plus the EQ of the 4-hour range to get tapped. Currently about 50% of this liquidity void. So I want to see some sort of rejection off of this level here. Potentially an IFVG long. It's a shame that there was no short setup here. I don't take any trades pre-market due to, like, you know, back testing, and you know, they don't work out most of the time, so there's not really much point in putting risk on. But there was nothing really at market open anyway, and then we manipulated above this high, swept it, and then we also rejected off this M5 gap here. So as you can see, on the M3 we closed above, but you've always got to wait for a higher time frame closure. So if you've got IFVGs that overlap, so you've got M3, M4, and M5, you've got to wait for the highest closure here. Otherwise, it's not valid. So if the M5 closed above, you could have potentially longed, and then this M5 here would have been your break even. But yeah, that's it. Oh shit, it's Ant. Yo, Ant. Oh damn, I didn't even realize. Thought you were some random guy. Oh man, I didn't realize. Have you only just figured out that I've started streaming on here? I've been streaming for like 3 weeks straight. Have you subbed to my channel? Because I didn't even. Oh shit, yeah, I've been there. I've just been trying to get some followers up, you know. Oh, thanks, man. That's sick. I mean, shit. Damn, bro. Thanks. I appreciate that. I started off editing the shorts, and I was like doing too much, I guess, and they kept flopping. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and, like, you know, minimize it a little bit. So I did less, and they seem to be working out. They get like over 1,000 views now, and then I do like TikTok and Instagram too. But TikTok does all right, like roughly like 700 views on each one. But Instagram flops, you know. Hey man, thanks for tuning in. It's cheered me up a little bit. I thought you were some random guy looking for a trade. I can't lie. Yeah, yeah, for real. Like, I had some guy comment on my Instagram, I was just making just a video about one of my trades that I took, and he put like, show us proof of funds, bro, and stop making courses. I'm like, dude, I don't have no course. Like, what are you on about? Literally, dude, like, people just proof first, courses later, I think he said. Like, I ain't got time to make a course, buddy. Literally, dude. And the video had like 30 views as well. Like, the only comment I got was hate. Like, what a cracker, dude. His name was like Ahmed Ramesh or something. Alright, buddy, go scam someone, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real. Yeah, I mean, I probably won't. Like, there's not really any need to do a course. The thing is, there's so many, like, it's oversaturated. You know, like, courses are so oversaturated. There's so many of them, and they just seem like they're seen like a scam in like the trading scene. You know, you see some Donny make a course after getting some followers on social media. Like, this guy's just grabbing money. Yeah, yeah, for real. Like, I'm just doing the social media thing just because, like, I thought, like, why not? You know, I'm pretty good at trading, and I guess people could learn from me and potentially get some followers out of it. How long have you been sat in it, by the way? Because on my analytics screen it says like average view duration 27 minutes. I don't think you've been in it for 27 minutes. Yeah, for real. Like, that was my thinking. And I was like, I started off with like using my phone as like a webcam, and then like I was using some crappy mic that I had from years ago, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I better do it seriously and just cop a load of expensive streaming equipment. Oh damn, yeah, maybe about like 15 minutes or so. What are you doing right now? Are you got a day off work or something? Yeah, I don't know how to turn that filter off. Like, I don't really care about if people comment shit, you know? Well, this area is about to get tapped. This is what I'm looking for. So, oh, you're working. Yeah, nice. Bro, get your work colleagues to sub to me. Yeah, man, no worries. I appreciate you tuning in. I've gained like 25 subs off doing YouTube Shorts over the past like couple of weeks. So I'm hoping that they start like compounding. You know, growth is exponential. I'm hoping. I hope so. I hope it will snowball. Yeah. I'm about to tap this range here. I want a nice IFEG long if we get it. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Take it easy. Have a good day at work. Uh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. We're not tapped this level yet, so we do have an M1 IFEG here. It's a round EQ, but it's not like you know, it's not tapped it yet. So I'd preferably like to see a tap. Plus, when you get a big move off this, big move like this off rip, you want to wait for a manipulation leg as well. So it'll look something like this. Eventually, and then you get an IFEG here. This is your, you know, this is your low risk long here. Potential formation of a market maker buy model. Concurrent viewer, send something in the chat. if you're still here. Oh, you're gone. Okay. This SMT is like no longer valid, so no point in having that there. See, I do like this M1. I can't lie, I do like it. But then like there's an M2 as well, so you know. Yeah, when you have stacked IPGs like stacked fair value gaps like this, there's most likely going to be a manipulation lag. You know, one's going to close, and one could potentially close above, but then you're still inside of the other one, and then you've got to wait for more to close above. What you want is a nice singular IPG. Usually the 30-second and the 1 minute, they will form one together. If they don't, either one is still valid, but it has to be singular, or wait for the higher time frame one to close. If it's like M1, 2, 3, or 4, 5. Anything higher than that, I don't really take it. Like I've tried trading the 15-minute, and the way I trade like risk to reward. I try and keep my win rate as high as possible, but I just trade risk to reward. So on the M15, the moves are usually too big, so I can't get like a nice runner going. I mean, like my entry would be already like too high. So for example, there was a 15-minute like here, I'd have to wait for price to close all the way up here, and like it could just potentially sweep this and then come back down. Like, you know what I mean? You're only going to be getting like 1 hours, 2 hours, maybe a push if you trade in the M15. So we did get the M1 IFVG. Thing is, there's an M2 and an M3 and an M4 all stacked. But this is valid. I mean, you've tapped into multiple PD arrays, including the new week opening gap here. Then you have some sell sides. Yeah, but you're resting sell side like right here, you know. There is a huge SMT though, but yes, will most likely follow suit, I think. I do like this 30-second here, I can't lie. This would be something I'd take if we got it. A closure. No, closed inside. Like the risk reward still isn't really there though, you know, for the 15-minute, so 15-second. Just wait though, be patient, you know. If price just rockets from here, like, and I missed it, it's fine because I stuck to my model, you know. The 2-minute, we'll wait for the 2-minute and the 3-minute to close. 4-minute too. Like this is where you get lower probability, you know, like with now tapping into an M5. Okay, so we've tapped into an M5. Oh, I always do that for some reason. Yeah, I mean, if the M5 closes, like your break even's here, you know, and is it most likely just going to do this? Probably. So is it even worth taking? Maybe low risk, but like this isn't really an M1 step you'd want to take either. Like The break even's right here. You know, maybe it works out, but it's still too low a probability for me. Let's see what this M5 does. You know, 5 minutes here until the M1. 3 minutes here until the M5 closes. It's quite a strong reaction, though, I will say. Let me just mark up a range here. This is the 930 wick. So we're currently in the macro, the 10 o'clock macro. I want to move this. I don't here. I was right the first time. How long do I have until the M5 close? 1 minute. Nice M2 closure. There's just too many gaps in this leg that it could reject off. So we're going to keep going here, though. It looks like it's about to create a proportion OB. Could potentially see what 10 a.m. does, though. Big wick on the H4 by the looks of it. So we could potentially get an M1 IFVG here. We did tap into the 5 minute and we swept a high. We'll see if we get a closure. That is an M5 IFVG here. No, it did close. Again, this isn't the sort of move that I don't mind missing out on, you know. Now, if there was like an IFVG here on the 32nd or something, I could potentially take that. But again, you've got this big 5 minute here just above. No 15. Oh, wait, no, there is a 15, but still got 3 minutes on that closure. Do the range from here to see if we did tab EQ on this one too. See how this 15-minute closes, because obviously we're gonna get a 50-minute gap here. If price doesn't come up before the, before 10 o'clock. This would be a nice IFVG. If there was a FVG here, which there isn't, so. I'm thinking what could happen here is that we get the 15-minute FVG like 2 minutes time. 10 a.m. comes up, manipulates 10-hour PO3, ups into this, and then we get an expansion back down, and then this would be our target. We can only hope. SMT here at the minute. See if it holds at the highs. Time for a wee. The joys of trading. There's not really anything that you could take here apart from this, but then there's an M4 BPR blocking your way, small M5 too. Ideally, I want to see rejection from the 15-minute. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan that there's an M4 BPR right here, but I am still bearish. So if we get this M2 closure, I think we could potentially take a low risk if we get it, but it's also valid for a long too. Like this is valid for a long here. No M2 closure there. But yeah, we did get the M1 closure, but like I said, you need to wait for the higher time frame to close. And if you're not doing that, then you're just FOMO in. Like right now, I feel nothing. You know, like there's just one here that I didn't take, but like what if I did take, you know what, I would have taken like some partials here and then go stop the break even. Like, wow, you know? This could have easily just tapped into the higher gap, which is this M2, and just continued downwards. I'd much rather wait for this level to get taken and look for a long. I don't mind taking this M2, just a low risk. You know, it's not bad. I'm just waiting here. I've not entered the position yet. I've got the order ready, but yeah, see. Again, another example because we are rejecting off this 4-hour BPR. It would have been pretty much instant drawdown. Maybe we get a tap into this M15 and then we go lower. Anyway, I'm going to nip to the toilet while we wait here for this. Well, I do kind of like this M1 though. Never mind. Back in a sec. Yeah, man. I mean, that M2 would have been a complete loss. Would have just, yeah. Yeah, so maybe we get a potential short here off this 15-minute. There's nothing here that is like super clean. We didn't tap into this level. Every single gap that we had a higher time frame gap blocking it. So yeah, I'm not mad that I missed anything here. Now, if we got this M15 closure, I could potentially long this low risk, like this sort of thing. Obviously, it closed below the 15-minute is a closure, but a hard stop here. Relative equal highs, possibly. With a hard stop here, it'd be about a 1 to 4. So this is the situations where like it might be worth it. But I just don't really like that we didn't take out this level here. You know, the M4 still valid, you know. Other than that, there's nothing else really that I want to see. Okay, so we did get the 5-minute closure here above this. So potentially, because this is quite a strong momentum candle, we'd enter some here lower risk. Although we are right inside of a 15-minute gap, so it's a bit risky, you know. A potential area where we can look for a short off of trying to long, you know. We're just relatively wise, and we mark them out on my other chart. Actually, I'll do the 930 wick for now, I guess. Yeah, see, I'm really hesitant to try and enter this 5-minute long because I know that we're in a 15-minute. Like, my mind wants to, but like, I'm also like, dude, you know the rules. Like in Beaver, you know. Yeah, this doesn't look like it wants to form a short setup, so I am going to enter a small position here. And just for the 930 wick as a target. If we can't get a potential scalp. I think a cheeky 2 would do it, to be honest. It's a bit too late now, actually. Yeah, honestly, I really don't mind missing this. I really don't mind missing it. We'll wait here to see if the M15 closes, I guess. Yeah, if we get the M15 closure, like for example, like we got M15 IFVG down here, they can still make big moves. So we'll see. Hmm. Do like this actually. So it's kind of price action. I'm not massive fan of like flip flopping. All right, we've got a minute here into the 15-minute closure. I don't really want it to just run without me. Let's close relatively close to the 15-minute. All right, I'm in the 15-minute here. I'm going to go break even here at this 930 wick. I'm in this long, the 15. I've gone like super low risk, you know. Move some of these other drawings. And then I've got like full target at these relative equal highs. Sometimes this is just the way it happens, you know. You've got to wait for the highest time frame closure, and then if price filters you through all the way to the 15-minute, that's when you know that the 15-minute is the one to enter on. I don't normally trade the 15-minute, but this is clean. This is very clean. I know we just missed this level here, but we're rejecting off this daily gap. We've tapped the new week opening gap here. Smoked a lot of sell side. There's still an SMT. right here actually. Or 2. Yeah. No, we just wait, you know. To be honest, I think I'd probably just take full profits here. It's a 1 to 2, so take a look at the 30-second. I don't really like that as S&T. Well, wait, we'll see if this closes below the 30-second here. You know, just this SMT here makes me kind of want to just close. And obviously we have the IFG here too. Like, this is a nice short setup. We'll see if it fails. We'll see if it fails. Oh, it does that. Makes it huge. Still way too big. Like I say, we have multiple closures here. I'm expecting at least this 930 WEG. I don't like how ES took it, and now we're rejecting. Yeah, with a lower time frame, short setup. Is this what I get for trading in 15-minute? You know. Looks like it. We get some sort of rejection here. And that's the line about the M15, I guess. I already knew that, but I just kind of got pushed all the way up to the M15, so. This isn't my, I've got a hard stop all the way at this low. But obviously, if it closes below the M15 on the M15, yeah, then it's done. We did just tap EQ. There's some sort of rejection here. I really don't want to take a loss here on this trade. This is a really clean setup. The M15 and the M15 to fail me again, you know. So we're gonna get it here. I think I'm gonna end up just closing the trade early. We didn't take any liquidity on the NQ either, which is what's kind of infuriating. This M2 is really clean, which is annoying. Note to self, don't trade the M15. Jeez. Alright, so we're tapping into a lower gap here. Multiple time frames. Let's hope this is our last line of rejection, really. It's this big 3 minute. Also a 2 minute. Let's hope this holds. If it does hold, then we should be okay for this 15 minute. What would be really nice is like a 30-second long setup, like confirmation. Looks like I'm going to keep bleeding here. Yeah, I'm thinking about cutting this loss early, I can't lie. The annoying thing is that it was so clean on the M15. I'll wait to see what it does here. Teasing me. The thing is, there's no imbalances here. So, you know, like, there's no displacement downwards apart from this. There is this M2 FVG actually. So we're just going to reject off this M2 here, continue downwards. For 4 minutes here until the 15-minute closes, so I don't really know if I want to wait that long. Stop the bleeding anyway. Having a debate with my subconscious counsel on whether to cut this trade. Part of me wants to see if this gets closed above, and then part of me wants to wait for the 15-minute closure, and then part of me wants to, you know, close while I'm in less of a loss than all the way down here. This might be the straw that broke the camel's back here. Let's move down. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut that there. I just don't like the way that this trade's going, and this is its last opportunity here to redeem itself if it continues down. Don't mind the wick. Alright, I think we've seen enough. To be honest, I don't see a reason why this short. Now I don't see a reason why this short setup shouldn't work. You know, we wanted this area anyway, so. Yeah, lesson learned. Don't trade the 15-minute. That's how it goes. So that's a minus $350 loss there. It's extremely annoying that we got filtered all the way up to the 15-minute closure, and then just for it to dump on us like that. And we got perfect at M2, like what we just wanted, but SMT. That's just unfortunate, I think. Very unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm going to end stream there. The business expense at the end of the day. You know, the model's got a high win rate, so maybe don't go up to the 15-minute next time, I think is the lesson here. So, alright, catch you guys in